you'd like to show us a couple of tricks.
I'll do some of the old classics. It's rather early in the morning for me. I don't, as a rule, do anything in the morning. I sleep in the morning, as a rule.
I'm sorry to wake you up.
That's all right. I had a couple of little drinks, and I'll be all right. I'm awake, I think. I hope to be awake, anyway. You want me to start right in now?
Yeah, sure.
Oh, well, okay. You know, it's amazing that even today, are they making sound on this?
Yeah.
Well, it's amazing that even today, on the streets of New York and Los Angeles, they do this old-time swindle of three-card monte. Now, it's amazing. This game has been exposed over and over again many times, and yet people are still gullible enough to bet their good money against this game. It's impossible to win on this game. Now, a lot of people haven't even seen the game played, and they don't know how it's played. Now, this used to be played on the Mississippi boats years ago, and they used to win fortunes with this simple little game with two black cards and a red card. They generally use a queen. They used to call it Find the Lady. Now, they used to say a little game from Hanky Poo. The black for me, and the red for you. If you bet 10, you get 20. If you bet 20, you get 40. All you have to do is keep your eye on the lady, on the queen. Now, they used to bend the cards this way so they could pick them up with facility from the table. Now, they'd show you the two black cards, and they'd show you the queen. Now, they'd make a simple throw like this, and all you had to do was pick up the queen, which I threw over here. Now, of course, I can make the same kind of a throw and throw the queen in the center, or I can throw the queen here. Now, the object of the game is to bet your money on the position of the queen. They only give you even money, but they're three cards, so it's 2-to-1 against you, but you have to guess where the queen is. Now, I'll do it very slowly. Watch this very closely. Now, I think most people saw the queen go here, but it didn't go there. See it? Oh, yes, it did go there. Well, I'll do it again. Now, watch. This is what happens, see? You see, the queen really goes in the center, but sometimes when you throw it, you don't throw it in the center. You throw like this, see? Now, you pick this one up, and you show that this is black, and you show that this is black, and this is black, and the queen is there. Now, this isn't very clear, so I'll show you again. Look, if you have two cards in your hand, the queen and a black card, it's hard to see whether I throw the bottom card or whether I throw the top card. That's what you have to watch. Anybody can see where that single card goes. Now, when I take the cards this way and throw them, and I show you that this one's black and this one's black, it also should be, the queen should be there, but the queen is not there. It's not here, and it's not here, it's over here. Now, I'll show you. The average person won't bet on this game because they're too, you know, they don't want to risk their money. So they have what they call a confederate, or a shill, or a stick, as they call them, in the audience. Now, he makes a bet on the wrong card, and he throws the card on the ground. When the operator turns to pick the card up, the stooge, or the confederate, bends the corner of the card up and covers it over like that. Now, this fellow picks the card up, and he says, "Gentlemen, don't throw my cards in the ground. They get soiled, and it's very easy to spot them. Please don't throw my cards around." Now he throws the cards. He shows the queen like this, and naturally, he makes a quick throw. It looks as if the queen went there, but everybody sees this corner, and the stick puts his money down. He makes a large bet. Well, of course, he wins because it's a bent corner. Now, I'll do that again very slowly. Remember, this is a black card, and this is a black card, and the bent one is the queen. So now, by this time, everybody thinks it's an easy thing to win money. So when they throw the card like this, you see, they see the bent corner, then they make a big wager, and they bet, but you see they lose because that's black, and this is black, and the queen is over here, and it's straightened out again, you see. But anyway, that's the way they swindle people. Just nod your head, that'll be sufficient. Thank you very much. Now I'll show you, you know, a lot of people, I know hundreds of tricks. I'm 86 years of age. I've been studying magic for 80 years. I wasted the first 6 years of my life. But anyway, but I know hundreds and hundreds of tricks, and some of them I've even forgotten. I mean, many tricks. But the classics, the same as in music or sculpturing or painting, will live on and on and on. Now, I'm going to do 3 of the classics, my own interpretation of the classics. I'll do them very slowly so anybody that wants to watch can see exactly how they're done. Now, I'm not going to make any fast moves or anything. I'll do everything very slowly. Now, there are many things can be done with cards. I mean, for instance, the average magician, you see the magician, he takes cards like this. If you ask a magician to do a card trick, he'll generally do something like this. He'll put his hand in front of the card and change it into another card. Or you can do that by slapping the card like this, by slapping, see? That changes the card. But I'll give you a little secret. The easiest way in the world to do it is just to pick up a little dust somewhere. You get a little dust on your finger, that's all. And you come over like this and you just pick the spot right off, you see? That's the easy way of doing it. Now that's the only trick I expose. Now I'm going to count off 10 cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now, the average magician denies the fact that he uses a sleeve when he does tricks. But as a matter of fact, the sleeve is very important. I'll count these cards very slowly. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now, what I'm going to try to do is this. I'm going to try to hold these cards at arm's length, have them go up my sleeve, down, around into this pocket, which I think all I have in this is a hotel key. And the pocket is absolutely empty. There's nothing in the pocket. Nothing in the pocket. Now that's a long way for these cards to go, so I want you to watch as closely as you can and see if you can see the moment that they leave the hand. As they're held out here like that. A little snap like that, it sends the card up the sleeve into the pocket. Now watch the second one go. That's funny. They get stuck at the elbow sometimes. Oh, there's the second one. Now, I know a great many skeptics, they say, well, he has a false pocket or he has the cards in his pocket before he commences. Now, if that was the case, I'd still have 10 cards left in my hand. 2 cards have passed. I should have 8 left. I have exactly 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 cards. 8 cards left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now, watch these 8 cards as closely as you can. The card never fails to arrive. I now have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Now some of you card players can remember some of these cards and see that I go like this, you see, and I just saw somebody smiling down there. I think I put cards in my pocket, but sometimes I pass them down into this pocket. See, you can't always tell. Now this time, oh, how are you, young man? Now I'm going to expose this and show how 2 cards pass at once. Takes a great deal of practice. What? 1, 2. And I've got 2 broken arms too, but still the card travels along, up and around and down, and then it's stuck. Well, that's 1, and there's the other. Now I've got 6 cards down there, and I've 6 cards here, and 1, 2, 3, 4. Only 4 cards. Now I know some people are still skeptical. They don't believe these cards actually go up the sleeve. So I tell you what I'm going to try to do this time. I'm going to try to stop a card at the armhole. A little shake like that, I reach in there and I get it. That leaves just the 3 cards. Now the whole secret of this trick is to keep these cards perfectly squared up. Remember, I have 3 cards, a 6, a 10, and a 4. Now the idea is to keep them perfectly squared up. Now the way you square cards up is run your fingers along the edge like that, square them up perfectly, a little shake. Oh, I shook them too hard, I got 2 that time. That leaves 1 card in the hand. Now, you have to treat the cards with kindness. See, you push the card down like that, give it a little stroke like that. If you push it too hard, you see it slips out of sight where you can't see it. It's really there all the time up there. There it is, you see. Now I put it here. Remember the card, 4 of diamonds. I put it right there like that. Go. You see, it always does exactly what you tell it. It comes up the sleeve. That's my trick. Well, card tricks are endless. I mean, you can do all kinds of card tricks. For instance, here, I'll show you a simple trick. I mean, for instance, using only... I'll just do this with 1 card to show you how you can take 1 card like that, the 3 of clubs. Just take it that way and do that, and it changes to the 8 of diamonds. Now, you take it again like that and just shake it, and it changes to 3 of clubs. Very simple, very simple. Now I'm going to do one of the old classics of magic, known as the cups and balls. Now, years ago, when they dug up King Tut's tomb, they found these, not these cups, but cups very similar to these. No, this is absolutely true, that these cups were made in Iraq, because George Carter had them smuggled out in an attaché case for a diplomat, in the diplomatic service. because you're not allowed to export anything from Iran. Now, I've had these cups about 10 years, and Percy Diaconis, and he was a teacher, a professor at Stanford University, he has the other set, because there were 6 of them made. But I assure you, these are absolutely free from guile. Well, this one has a little guile in it, but the rest are... Now look, don't laugh, just nod your head. I don't expect any... This is a serious business. Now, you know... incidentally, I must say, because after all, only magicians would watch a stupid program like this. But anyway, I want to say that that this is really the reason this cup has this trick has endured for many, many years is because it embodies all the effects of magic. Now, everybody says magic, but there are only about 7 effects in magic. You can substitute, you can transform something, and you can enlarge it and diminish it, but there are only about 7 effects. Now, the cup and ball trick embodies nearly all the effects of magic. Now, a penetration, see, like this one, these cups are the same size, but if you go up, one will pass through the other, see? Now, that's a penetration effect. Now, if you want to get a different effect entirely, if you measure the inside depth of the cup, see, I'll measure the inside depth of that cup. Now, if you measure the outside, see, it's deeper on the inside than it is on the outside. Now, look, I'll do that again. Look, remember, that's the inside depth, but look, it's much deeper on the inside than it is on the outside. Now, that's a different effect. Well, now I'll show you still one more effect. Now, they generally use... In the old days, they used to use very small little balls, and they used to conceal them between their fingers. But you see, I've got 3 fairly good-sized balls, 3 of them. One goes on top of each cup, like this. Now, you know, there's an old saying that the quickness of the hand deceives the eye, but I'm not going to make any wise cracks either. But the quickness of the hand, that's a misnomer, because no hand can move faster than the eye. The eye is the keenest of all the senses. But I'll show you this very slowly. I won't make any quick moves of any kind, and yet, mysteriously, for some unknown reason, these balls disintegrate. Now, you know, every time I do this, some smart guy says, the ball isn't there, but the ball is actually there. It's all in the power of the mystic wand. When you spin the wand like this, that ball disintegrates and goes back to its little home under the cup. Just return like the homing pigeons. Now look, I'll put one under there, and one under there. Now some people think this is done by some kind of sleight of hand, but to prove that this is real Egyptian magic, is there a lady in the audience? Will you designate any one of the cups? Any one? Is there no ladies out there?
The left one.
Which one?
Left one.
This one?
Yes.
All right. Now that's your own choice. Now I won't touch it with my hand. That's the one you chose, right there. Now look, I'll take a ball from here. I know you can't see it, but I show you. It's right there. I take it off, I put it down, and I run it right across like that. Now the ball actually was taken from there and put right under the cup that you chose, you see. Now, if you'd chosen the cup over here, I'd have done the same thing, but you have to be ambidextrous. You do it like that, and it leaves there, and it goes over there, you see. Now, am I working too fast? Here, I'll tell you what I'll do. Now look, I'm going to do this very, very slowly. Now, we have a ball under each cup. 1, 2, 3. I'm going to do this very, very slowly. But first of all, I'll show you how porous these cups are. Look, if I take a ball like this and just drop it, it goes right through the cups, you see. Watch it very closely. Now, there are only 2 there. Only 2 balls and 2 cups. 1, 2. Want to drop the other one? Where did it go? I'll show you. Well, anyway. I'll bring it up from the floor. Bring it up. There it is. Did I drop? I think I did. Where did it roll to? I've got... Anybody with sharp eyes here?
Sarah, hold on to the title on the
A red ball on a red carpet. This is what you call camouflage. Did you get it? This one. Oh, wrong. I'm always fooled like that. Now look. Now, after all, this is such an old trick, I'm going to explain how it's done. Now, there's the 3 balls. Doing it this way, it'd be very convincing. There's a ball under each cup. Now you see what makes this confusing. There's 3 balls, 3 cups. I have a magic wand. I talk a lot of nonsense, and it's very hard. It becomes confusing. So I'm going to simplify everything and make it so simple that a small boy could understand it. I'll put one of these back in my pocket. Now there are only 2 left, and I'll put this one back in my pocket. That's 2 put away. Now naturally, there's 1 left here, but this one has come back. Now the reason it comes back is very simple. This is a swindle. I pretend to put it in this hand, but I keep it pinched with my little finger. I just pretend to put it there. I keep it pinched with my little finger. I've nothing here. I pretend to put it in my pocket, and as I do, I reach for this cup and let the ball roll out, and you see 2 there. Now this is all very confusing. But look, if I actually put one of these balls back in my pocket, how many are there under the center cup? Photographer, are you paying any attention? Huh? 2. Don't be afraid to say there's 3 there. Now look, if I place all 3, 1, 2, 3, and I put them all in my pocket, which cup has a ball under it? Which one?
The center one.
I'm kind of mixed up. I don't know which. Oh, I think this one. No, that's not it. No. What did you... Oh, there's the one. Yeah, that's one. Oh, incidentally, you know, some people are awful swindlers. Look, let me show you. I'll take a ball like this. If you take a ball like this and put it in your hand and hold it very still, like this. Well, here, you have to have a wand to do this. You put the ball in your hand like that. You hold it very still, and you touch it with the wand. It jumps inside the wand. Now do that again. Look, put it right here like that. Take the magic wand. The ball is really there, see, the ball, it's all in the magic wand. That's what does the trick, see, when you take it like that, you hit it, and it always comes back inside the wand. Now there's an old classic trick. Another classic trick is done with large hoops or rings. And this trick is no magician ever does this trick. Is that right? The other night only 10 of them did the same trick. But anyway, they did 10. But I make it so damn confusing. There's a whole lot of rings. Nobody can follow it. I use 6 rings. The original trick was done with 8, and I've done routines with 2 rings, 3 rings, 4 rings, 5, up to 16. Willie Robinson, the famous magician, he did it with 16 rings. But I only have 6 rings here, and I make it very simple so anybody can understand it. Only 6 rings, that's all, 6 rings. Now I'll do it very, very slowly and show you how this is done. They're all the same size and the same shape. And watch them very closely. They will link one inside the other. Solidly linked together. And they come apart just like rings of smoke. Look, right apart like that. Now, if you test the ring by the sound, you can tell there's a soft spot somewhere. Now, you find that soft spot and you hit it, and you see the ring goes right through. Now, if you want to remove the ring, you can jerk it and pull all you like. It won't come off. So you reach through the opening. That's the opening, you see. You reach through the opening like that and pull it, and it comes right out. Now, I'll do this. I'll do it in slow motion. Look, I'll take 3 rings. 1, 2, 3. And I'll throw them in midair. And look, they link in midair. Will you somebody take those rings? You know how to take them apart. Show the people how they come apart. Now look, you've got 3 together and I have 3 separate, right? Now, first of all, I'll put mine together and then we'll do the same thing and see if it works. Now, I link these 2 together like that. And then I link this one together like that. Now, you hold the rings all together as if you were driving your Jaguar. Like this, right? You got a Jaguar, haven't you? You don't have a Jaguar, a Rolls Royce. Well, all right. Just pull like this and gently. Don't jerk, you're jerking. Now, and just pull gently like that, and you can separate all the rings. Well, here, you take these and practice a little while, and I'll take these 3 from you, and I'll show you how the rings penetrate one another. Look. Now, do it very slowly. Watch. Now I'll put it on very slowly. See if you can see how this is done. Look, well, look, I'll do it this way. As I say, I'm getting a little mixed up, a little early in the morning for me. Anyway. No. May I have, which one has the opening? You know, this one? Okay. He's my secret assistant. We worked together for years. Now, this is called a large-sized stirrup. You put the ring in there like that, and you drop them, and they all link together. Now, of course, if you do this, everybody in the audience always say, well, of course, this ring must have an opening in it. Because how could it be linked through all the other rings if it didn't have an opening? Well, it does have an opening, but the opening is beautifully made and concealed. See if you can find it there. The gentleman has excellent eyesight, but he fails to find the opening, right? Steve, you're an artist, a great artist, and I admire you, and thank you for your assistance. I'll link it back in again. Now, look, I'll show you how these rings, some people think these rings are permanently linked together. If you buy a set of rings in the magic store, some of them are permanently linked together. You have to go to a blacksmith to get them apart. Now, look, well, there are no blacksmiths around now. But anyway, you do this. And the rings, that's 2. There are only 6 of them altogether. 2. That's 3. That's 4. 5 and 6. And that's about. Now, if anybody wants to ask any questions, if they're not too difficult, I'll try to answer them, and that's about all that's going to happen this morning. Have you any questions, Graham? I think we ought to give a lot of applause, as they say here. Bring your hands together for Mr. Graham Etherington, who arranged this convention. When you can get an old fogey like me to travel thousands of miles to come over here, he must be pretty persuasive. That's what I can say.
Say, Di, if we can find any more old fogies like you, we'll have you any time.
Well, thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you very much. Short 14 years from now, I'm going to give a party. I have accumulated a small sum of money, which I'm not going to leave to my 2 boys because they're both very well off themselves. So I'm going to give a very elaborate party in Los Angeles. I mean, it's going to be a real party, and I invite everybody here 14 years from now. That's a little bit premature, but I invite you to the party, so you don't have to have any ticket or invitation. Just come in and say, I'm from Melbourne, and you will be greeted, and I'll be there probably in a wheelchair, but I'll greet you in open arms.